Recently, you might have heard of somebody promoting their Substack, and you might have wondered, what's Substack? Does it cost money? Can I make a Substack? Is it social media? Who is Substack for? In this video, I'm going to try to answer all of those questions about Substack so that you get a general idea of what it is and if it might be something you want to use. So this is the video that would have been helpful for me to see before I knew anything about Substack. I think the best way to think of Substack is as halfway between a newsletter and a blog, because when you make a post, it will send out an email to everybody on the email list, and it will also post it to the publication's website where people can read it there. And the way it works is you make an account like any other website on the internet, pretty much. And then you can also create a publication. And when you create a publication, you have the option to enable paid subscribers, or you can just let all of your subscribers be free subscribers. You can always change this later, so it's not a big deal. Most people start with having only free subscribers. But if you do enable paid subscribers, you can publish paid-only posts, which means only people who pay you to subscribe can see those posts. However, you can also still publish free posts so that everybody who subscribes to your publication can read it whether they pay or not. This ability to have paid subscribers, as well as having the newsletter function, I think really sets Substack apart from places like Medium, where it's more like a general standard blog. There are lots of different subjects that people write about on Substack, from politics and technology to art and literature. You can write about whatever you want, and it seems like people do. I mostly use it for following writers of like fiction and poetry and stuff. Substack was started by writers, and I think you can really tell that based on the community that they're building. I think Substack used to feel a little bit more like just a facilitator of newsletters. It's starting to feel a little bit more like a social media, and they're introducing more social features like Notes, which works basically like Twitter. The difference being that, in my experience, the communities on there are a lot more thoughtful and nicer and just positive on Notes and on Substack, as opposed to other websites. And like I said, because you're getting people's posts in your email, it feels a little more direct than a lot of other social media sites, which I think is really nice as a way to stay in touch with people who you want to be following, because you don't have to go to another website to see what they're up to. You'll automatically get updates in your email. Another question about Substack that you might have is if you should start one. I would say if you're somebody who already has an audience and are looking for more ways to stay in touch with them and keep them updated on what you're doing and build up an email list, I think this is a really great way to do it. If you're somebody without an audience and you're trying to decide if you should do it, I think it depends, and you should think about what your goal is. I decided to start a Substack because I wanted to get in the habit of publishing something consistently, and I wanted to build up a list of people, like just friends and family, who I could keep up to date with what I'm doing, and if I ever end up publishing something or doing something I want to share with them, that's an easy way to get the word out. And I also wanted to get in the habit of writing about the different books I'm reading and different things I'm thinking about as a way to document it for myself. For me, having those goals in mind is helpful because it's more in my control, as opposed to if my goal was to get 1,000 followers, that's not really in my control. So I think if you're going in hoping to find a following on Substack, it's definitely something people are doing. But it might not be the best goal to go in with. Hopefully I answered the big questions that you might have had about Substack, and you're ready to check it out and dive in, either follow other people's Substacks or start your own. If you want to, I invite you to check out my Substack, Personal Objects, where I write about, like I said, what I'm reading and what I'm up to, what I'm thinking about, as well as sort of personal essay style things. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon.